through the lens of the special operations, because this unit that I'm meeting with, the Third Psychological Operations Battalion, is within that realm. So this will be a first opportunity to see what sustainment is like in special operations for those who have never experienced it before. So on that note, with me today, I have two wonderful guests who are going to be walking us through this conversation. I'm going to be having with me Captain Smith and Staff Sergeant Harrison. Give you both a chance to introduce yourself to the audience. So, Captain Smith.
Hey, well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Captain Douglas Smith, or Doug, as mostly everyone calls me. I started my career back at the Citadel, commissioned about 4 years ago now, or 5 years ago? I think 5 years. Commissioned, went straight to Triple C at Fort Lee, and subsequently went to the 839 Transportation Battalion based out of Camp Darby, Italy. Left there, went to the 82nd, did my time in Black Devils for about a year, and then switched over to White Devils, 2504 in 1st Brigade. Left there, went to Triple C, and I've been in 3rd PSYOP Battalion, as some of you will probably hear instead of psychological, we'll just say PSYOP for this. I've been here since July, and been having a pretty good time so far. My hometown is from Cary, North Carolina, so Fort Bragg is not too far from me, and I am intimately familiar with the state. So,
well, thank you, Doug. And I'll definitely work on getting the terminology better. I know this is a whole new realm for me to make sure I got all those good. Staff Sergeant Harrison.
Afternoon, sir. Sergeant Harrison. I'm honored to be here. It's a great pleasure that you came down to visit us. I was originally born in Columbia, South Carolina. I went to Joint Base Lewis McChord, 2nd Striker Brigade Combat Team for my first duty station. I was a supply clerk and an S4 clerk in that organization. And then got the opportunity to join 2nd SFAB Security Force Assistance Brigade as a younger specialist, deployed with them to Afghanistan in 2019, and then transitioned over to the 82nd Airborne Division as the division supply sergeant up there. I was there for almost 2 years, and then moved over to 3rd Brigade to 2505th Parachute Infantry Regiment, where I was the S4 N2IC. Got DA selected, went on the trail as a drill sergeant for 2 years at Fort Lee. Amazing opportunity to learn and grow with the young AIT soldiers, especially with us being quartermasters and developing that next generation of 92s. And then from there, I became the 3rd PSYOP S4 N2IC. Did a little bit of time when I first got here as the Delta Company supply sergeant within this battalion, but since then I've been fortunate enough to be the 3rd PSYOP Battalion S4 N2IC.
Well, thank you both. Excited to have you both on the episode today, and of course, thank you for the opportunity to get a glimpse today into your world and see what sustainment's is like when it comes to the PSYOP. Make sure I'm going to get some terms better.
it's our pleasure.
But I want to thank you both for that. And as before we even get to the whole concept of property, when it's been like to, turn all this stuff into it for everybody, is for those out there in the sustainment community who haven't been part of, special operations or done sustainment in that world, can you just kind of paint that picture for those of what sustainment is like?
So I'll paint it from the officer side, and I'll let Sergeant Harrison speak from the enlisted side more so. From the personnel side and the manning for the officers out there, within our world, there are multiple larger commands, and then within that, the subordinate commands of SOF that you can do your KD time in, whether it's a lieutenant as a captain, major. We still have G4 positions. We still have a form of a BSB. We still have a semblance of an FSC right now within other parts of SOF, but then specifically for civil affairs and PSYOPs, like we don't have your typical formation that you see in a mobile brigade combat team now. There are no commands for us loggies over here. There's S4 positions and there's a few other support roles. However, there's a lot of opportunities for growth and professional development here. One thing that I feel like I've really learned from SOF and that I always heard from the grapevine, I think coming down, was that everyone here was a professional and everyone here knew their job, and there's a lot less oversight, and I've definitely seen that in this community where people here are very good at what they do, and it's a lot just trying to think of a good way to put this. It's not the same as ForceCom or any other regular unit because you have that autonomy that you have. And so you have more resources at your disposal, but you also have a lot more room to make mistakes. And so I think because of that room to make mistakes, you can grow a lot more, especially for us officers, because like as contracts get more valuable, as there's more resources, the resourcing and actual execution of some of these plans jumping over to you is like imperative for us. So I would definitely encourage for any of the listeners out there, if you can find a way to come over here, even for just like a broadening assignment, I would say it's definitely been well worth my time, and I've not even been here for a year.